Why should we endeavor to live life in seasons? Mother Nature is a very good example of how we should live our lives, and we should endeavor to live our lives in seasons. Accepting every season, appreciating every season, acknowledging every season, welcoming every new season, and letting go of the past season. Hello friends, and welcome to my channel, Journey to Self-Awareness with Ms.Kibuthu. My name is Ms.Kibuthu, and on this channel we talk about self-awareness, self-development. Self-awareness being the ability to recognize your own feelings, your behaviors, your emotions, and how they affect you, your decision making, and how they affect others around you. In today's video, we are going to look a little deeper into living life in seasons. Metaphorically, the seasons of life tend to refer to age and development, physical development, mental development. But today I'm going to introduce you to an aspect of looking at how we live life in seasons and how we can apply that to every aspect of our life and see how it affects our thinking. To quote from the Bible, "For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven." Why do we find it so difficult sometimes to look at our lives and circumstances as seasons? That is what we're going to be looking into today. Before I was able to appreciate the seasons of life, I grew up in a region where we did not have the 4 seasons in weather: spring, summer, autumn or fall, and winter. So I'm from the tropics originally, even though right now I live in a hemisphere that has the 4 beautiful seasons. The seasons that we had in my country of origin, Kenya, are mainly just like 2. They would fall into maybe spring and summer. We refer to them as either the dry or the rainy seasons, or the planting and the harvesting seasons. We do not have winter, and we typically don't have fall. So it took me a while to appreciate the 4 seasons, and they are all so beautiful. I have learned that every season has something to offer to the next season, and thus every season has something to borrow from the previous season. So metaphorically, if we look at the seasons of life, compare childhood, which is the first season, to spring, the season of growth and regeneration and germination in plants. Then we'd move on to adolescence, which compares to summer. Summer is a time that people are outgoing, they're vibrant, they're warm, they go on vacations and holidays, they enjoy pursuing those pleasurable things, whatever makes them happy. After adolescence comes adulthood, which compares to the fall season. It's a time of transition, beautiful colors. In the fall, the trees tend to shed their leaves. We are focused, we are shedding the leaves of some character that we are no longer interested in. It's time for harvest further on into adulthood, a time of transition into the matters of family, the things that we really have decided now to focus on. And as we proceed on in our later adult life, being seniors or elders, and we are older, we are settled, that season compares to winter. Not that it's a cold season in life. The senior years are a time to reflect on our achievements in our lives, and a time to lay back a little bit and just enjoy those older years, if and when we are blessed to get there. I think it is important for us to be able to look at our everyday situations and circumstances, our relationships, our activities, our endeavors as pursuits of seasons. Even from a business perspective, you have to nurture your client and get to know them, get them to trust you. All those can be classified as seasons. How do we live life in seasons? I have come to realize, just like the quote, in everything there is a season and a time. For example, a friendship, it takes time to develop. You get to know the person, you get to see what it is that has brought the two or more of you together, because this could also apply to communities where groups are forming. Every sort of interaction as a human being, realizing that when the growth has happened, you have to move on to the next. And moving on to the next season means that you will have to let go of the past season because it has outdone its time. When friendships break, most people will have a hard time letting go. We shouldn't have a hard time letting go if we look at it as a season, acknowledging that that relationship has done its work in your life, in that season of your life. I'm trying to say that we should be able to use these seasons of life in everything, letting go of friendships that have done their time, appreciating whatever it is that you gained from that relationship, and moving on in anticipation of what the next season brings. When we start to look at life and live life in seasons, we have more appreciation of every day. We start to be grateful for every day. We start to be grateful for every interaction. We don't take anything for granted. When it comes to parenting as a parent, allowing our children to live in seasons, to knowing that from childhood to adolescence to adulthood and to their later years, all of them will have seasons to go through with their friends. They'll have seasons to go through with their education. They'll have seasons to go through with their whatever developments that they will choose. And how do we allow them to go through those seasons without our interference? How do we appreciate those seasons? One of the most challenging seasons in life for a parent is when children turn to teens, in their adolescence years and teenage years. It's a tough one. Why? We compared it to the summer. It's a season to follow, to pursue their desires, their whatever it is that makes them happy. They don't understand why they shouldn't. And to be honest, should they? We should guide them as parents. Parenting is a noble thing. It's a gift. We should guide them. But we should also let them enjoy that season of their life without undue interference. Our job being to guide them so that they can later transition into adulthood and appreciate that season when it hits their life. Are you able to see the seasons of your career? How you have progressed? Can you look back and pinpoint times when you went through seasons? Acknowledging that you will go through the cycle, you will go through the seasons, not once, not twice, many times. There will be times that you feel like you're in the spring, you're starting, it's kicking off, you like it, you like the project, and then there will be time to end that, meaning that that particular aspect of your career has done its time and you're moving on to something else. Same thing with family. You get married, you have children, it's exciting. And that relationship goes through the motions, goes through the seasons. How can we appreciate seasons in every aspect of our life? So that was my challenging question for this week. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you will be able to look at different aspects of your life and see how you can categorize them into seasons from your personal life, from your relationships, from your work or corporate engagements, from your business, and just categorize everything into seasons. See what you have probably taken for granted, see what you can appreciate more, see what you can look forward to welcoming, and see what you're ready to say goodbye to. Thank you so much for listening in. I hope you found something valuable Let me know in the discussion, in the comments below, what you think of living life in seasons. Let me know whether you have taken time before to look at life in general in seasons and what you think can be helpful for you going forward. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to our channel so that you can get to learn more and share more of this kind of discussions with your friends, with your family, with your colleagues, and anyone who you want to share these interesting topics with. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in today. Until the next one, bye-bye.